What's up, everybody? My name is Kason, and welcome back to another Pokemon Draft League video. Today is an exciting one as it is week 8 of the IBL, and we are facing off against none other than Razor, coach of the Galaxy Brain Golisopods. I'm not going to lie to you guys, his team is really weird. When I first looked at this team, I said, how the hell does this team have synergy? And it took me a while. Once I really dove into it, I said, oh, this team is actually pretty scary. It should be an interesting matchup. We're both 4-3 right now. We're sitting at a +7 differential. He's sitting at a +3 differential though. So we are in a pretty good spot at the moment. We're in 5th place. He's in 6th place. And yeah, we'll see how this thing goes. So first of all, I said in the last video, we have not officially clinched playoffs, but we've basically clinched playoffs. I did the math. The only possible way that we can miss playoffs is if one of the other teams in the league wins 6-0 in the final 2 weeks, and we lose 6-0 this week and next week. One thing I want to say is that the way that the playoffs work, there is no first round buys. It is just the top 8 teams in a single elimination bracket. So honestly, there's really not a whole lot of incentive for me to try and shoot for a higher seed. I was going to try and gun for the first seed, like try my hardest to get that, but after the loss last week, it's basically impossible for me to do that. So it's not that I'm going to try and lose. I am certainly going to try and win, but I'm going to bring some fun stuff for the last couple weeks. And I gave a hint last week as to what I'm going to bring, and I think you guys probably know what that is. But before we get into it, let's take a look at the matchup here. First of all, on his side of the field, Greninja, scary as hell, 122 speed, has both Protean and Battle Bond, 2 amazing abilities. Thunderous can be really annoying with Prankster or Defiant, which I do have to take into account because we have Incineroar who can basically lower the attack stat, while Defiant's going to pump it back up. Grafaiai has both Prankster and Unburden, so another really annoying mon, and also is a Terra Captain along with 2 Chlorophyll users in Leafeon and Leavanny. He has the Torkoal down at the bottom to set the sun, and he also has Prankster Rain Dance with a Thunderous, so he has both a sun and rain mode with this team, with multiple water mons who can be very scary. Primarina is a huge threat. Honestly, just a lot of really good mons on the other side. So at first I thought it was weird that he had a bunch of water Pokemon along with the Torkoal, but now I kind of realized, like, hey, he has a couple of different weather modes in this, and it makes perfect sense. He has a lot of Pokemon in his team who can use Weather Ball, and I think his team is very focused on using weather. So I'm going to take you through my team as to what I'm bringing, just so you guys know I am in a little bit of a rush, so I'm just going to go over the really important parts of this team builder. So I'm just going to go over the really important parts of this team. So we have this guy, 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 and we have this guy. And we've got Chisei the Bulbasaur. We're rocking him this week. He is the only Terra captain for our team this week. So if we're clicking Terra, it's going to be with the Bulbasaur. We're bringing Terra Fire, 252 into speed, 252 into special attack with a modest nature. We are running the Eviolite item to give him just a little bit of bulk. This might be enough to let him live at least one hit. We have no defensive investment, but the Eviolite item, when you are not a fully evolved Pokemon, pumps up your defense and special defense by 1.5 times. So the physical defense is basically going to be a little over 200. Special defense will be right around 250, which is actually pretty respectable. Our speed, special attack, all these stats don't look too great. Special attack 251 is okay. Speed 189 is not good, but that's where the Chlorophyll ability comes in. Chlorophyll means if you are in the sun, your speed gets doubled. And this game, it's almost like it was designed for Chisei to come into this fight, because with a modest nature, which is boosting the special attack rather than the speed, which is important because basically it gives us more damage than we would otherwise, we are rocking 189 speed with max speed investment without it boosting the nature. 189 times 2 is 378. The fastest mon on his team, aside from any sort of speed boosting natures, which he does have something like Chlorophyll 2, is 377. So when we are in the sun, assuming he's not also got his Chlorophyll mon out, we will be the fastest thing on the team, which is really, really cool, or fastest thing in the battle. For the moves this week, we're rocking Solar Beam, which is going to be an instant move when we are in the sun. So obviously we don't want to click this when we're outside of the sun, but when we're in it, it's going to go off in one term. 120 base power is really, really big, and we can actually do really respectable damage with this, especially if we were able to click the move Growth. Now, Growth is a weird move. Normally what it does is it boosts your attack and special attack by 1 stage, but when you use use it while in the sun, it boosts them both by 2 stages, along with the move Sleep Powder, which is 75% accurate. If we land a Sleep Powder on somebody, it might give us basically some time to hit growth safely so that we can boost ourselves up and hit people really hard with Solar Beam, but not just Solar Beam, also Weather Ball. And I've gone over this move too. Weather Ball normally is just a 50 base power special attacking move, but it's 100 base power when the weather is set. And in the sun with Fire, this thing actually hits really, really hard. So honestly, guys, it's going to be an interesting matchup. I don't know if I expect to win this week. My hope really is just, I really want to get at least 1 kill with Bulbasaur. That's really my hope here. I don't know if I'm going to get an opportunity to bring this guy in the playoffs. The matchup would have to look really good to do that. He's a 1-point mon for a reason. I literally could have ran Ivysaur, but I chose Bulbasaur instead because I just like him more. He's my favorite Pokemon in the game. And if we can get a kill with him this game, I'll be pretty happy. I'm still going to try and win. I think we have a good enough team where like we could still do that. But my main goal this week is to get a kill with Bulbasaur. We'll see if we can do it, guys. Let's jump into the battle. All right, we are loaded into the battle against Razor here, and looking at his team, I gotta be honest, he does bring the Torkoal, which is pretty cool because it does set the sun for me. I am running Sunny Day on Mr. Aloha. I went through the screen basically very, very quickly. I apologize. If you guys want to see the full team builder, you can pause the screen on those screenshots, but yeah. He does have the Torkoal to set the sun for me, but he has 2 Chlorophyll Abusers, so Bulbasaur is not going to be the fastest thing on the field most times. It could be trouble. Hopefully we can still get a kill. Hopefully we can pull off a win. I think we still want to lead McCrane. Do I want to lead McCrane, or do I want to just like lead Jesus here? Could also lead Machin. That wouldn't be a bad lead. Machin feels pretty decent, so I'm going to go him first, actually. I want to lead... Oh shit, I just screwed that up. I need to lock something in. That sucks. Okay, well, apparently I'm leading Incineroar. I meant to lead McCrane, but then when I swapped out the wrong one, it is what it is. Never done that before. Whatever. Anyway, so he leads the Greninja. We lead Incineroar. This is not a great start for us. And now I'm really wishing we had the Uxie lead. The Intimidate is shown. I'm curious to see if this guy would actually just go for a water attack, though. I feel like he's just going to, like, U-turn out. Or go for a spike or something. The problem is, like, with Greninja just here, I don't really want to switch into anything in particular. I kind of want to just, like, make a ballsy call here and just go for, like, a knockoff and get rid of an item. Or U-turn. U-turn wouldn't be bad either. Kind of partially tempted to do Sunny Day, but I'm going to see if he sets the sun just between knockoff and U-turn here. I think he's going to play it safe by U-turning or spiking. So I think I just want to U-turn myself and just get momentum. Yeah, he does go for a spike. Perfect. So he's going to turn into ground type. I'm sure he expected me probably just to switch out. We're going to swap out. Honestly, if I Flare Blitz this thing... Oh, yeah, with that amount of damage on U-turn, if I Flare Blitz this thing, I might have just, like, almost knocked out in one hit. That would have been sick. Now I could go into Jesus, I think, because I'm going to be faster in this thing. He's obviously not Scarf, and if he is Scarf, he's Scarfed into Spikes. So I feel like that's a decent spot. At the same note, I could go McCrane here. I could go McCrane here and just, like, set up screens. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to try and get my screens up here. He could go for, like, a Dark Pulse, but the thing is with Protean, he's not even Dark type anymore, so it's not going to hit us that hard. So I think I just go for a Light Screen and try and prevent damage from the other side. Can potentially allow me an opportunity to set up a Dragapult. Basically, my strategy this game is I want to have basically, like, 2 rounds of sweepers. So I want to try and set up with the Uxie, which is why I wanted to lead it, get screens up so that I can set up with my Dragapult so he can just go for Dragon Dance and sub and stuff like that and just, like, hit hard. And then if I chip everything down, hopefully I can set up the sun either with Incineroar or he sets it up for me with Torkoal and Bulbasaur just cleans up. That's the hope. We're going to see what happens, though. I'm curious to see what he goes for. He's probably really surprised as to why I brought this in. He might think I have weakness policy, to be honest, so he just swaps out, which I'm fine with. He probably doesn't go for U-turn for that reason, unless he is Scarfed, which I guess he could be Scarfed. We get the screen up for free. That's kind of nice. I don't think Snorlax can really hurt me. He could set up with something, but I can always just red card it out with Swallow later, so I'm just going to get both screens up. We got the Light Clay, so we have 8 turns of Light Screen. It will be 7 or whatever. We're about to get 8 of Reflect, which is going to be nice. He stays in. Curious to see what he goes for. Maybe just like a Yawn? Try and put us to sleep or something? Goes for Body Slam, just goes for damage. That's fine. We eat that up really well. Honestly, if that's as much damage as it can do, I think I just go for a Future Sight here. Let's see if he Body Slams again. So I'm going to do a chunk of damage in a couple turns here. Goes for Body Slam again. I'm tempted to go into Dragapult now. Oh, we get parried. That sucks. That paralyze actually really sucks. I guess he attacked twice, 30% chance each time. Kind of want to go to Jesus here. We have a reflect up. I don't think he can like hit me that hard. I don't think I need to go Mr. Aloha to intimidate. I'm just going to go Jesus here, just go for a Dragon Dance. Because the thing is here, like if he goes for a Yawn to try and put me to sleep, we have Lumberry. I imagine that could easily be his answer to this thing. And Jesus could very quickly get out of control if he tries to go for a Yawn. Show me another Body Slam. Let's go. This is perfect. So 0 damage. I think I can just click Dragon Dance. I think I can click Dragon Dance. I could go for sub if I think it's Yawn, but I feel like just getting the speed boost would be nice because if that is Scarf Greninja, if we Dragon Dance here, we're gonna outspeed and then we can kill with Dragon Dance. Whereas if it's Scarf Greninja and we substitute, actually that wouldn't really matter. We'd probably still be fine. I think Dragon Dance is a better play though. And because we could get some huge boosts here, if I'm hoping that he goes for Yawn, because it's going to give him like a false sense of security and think he's going to put me to sleep. That would be wonderful. Oh, he goes for Encore. That actually sucks. Okay, good play. That actually makes a lot of sense too, because that works behind Substitute. So now we are locked into Dragon Dance. We're stuck there. So we kind of have to swap here. I can't just sit here and Dragon Dance for free. Even if this thing can't hurt me, it's just going to go into like Primarina or something. So I am kind of tempted to go into Harkos here. I think he either goes... I'm going to go Incineroar here. I'm going to read this. Primarina's the obvious switch. I kind of think he goes Torkoal to set up the sun. So I'm going to go Mr. Aloha here. There's no way he stays in. If he does, he's intimidated and I'm behind a Reflect and he does no damage to me. He stays in. Perfect. Crunch. That literally did, what, 16 damage? Well, this is perfect. And now I think I just go for a knockoff and get rid of an item for something. Because if this guy's like Lumberry, or not Lumberry, Citrus Berry, that could be annoying. And if he wants to switch Primarina, she loses her item, which is fine. I don't think he would go Torkoal into Incineroar because he's just going to boost my fire attacks. Unless he has Earthquake. But honestly, even with Earthquake, with Reflect Up and an Intimidate there, I don't think Earthquake does much to us. So we're getting rid of an item. I feel good about it. That para on Yuxi sucks, but otherwise, I feel like momentum's kind of going okay. The Dragon Dance Encore was annoying, honestly, because I think we could have gotten really out of control really quickly. But it was a good play by him. Knockoff actually doing an okay amount of damage considering it resists it. No Assault Vest, which is nice, because that means Bulbasaur is going to chunk it if I can get it in the sun. I think I go Harkos here. I don't want to waste the red card. But Harkos is going to take whatever hit it goes for. I also could go McCrane. I have 1 turn of Light Screen up. I'm swapping into McCrane here because I have 1 turn of Light Screen up. So if I switch into McCrane, I can get the screen back up. And the thing is, like, the Light Screen might seem weird because on paper, it feels like he doesn't have a ton of special attackers, just the Primarina and the Greninja. Actually, Torkoal too. Never mind. But I was going to say, I've watched this guy's videos, and he runs, like, weird sets. Like, on Physical Mons, he'll run special sometimes. So he goes for the flip turn, so he's going to have momentum, which is not great. But we should be able to get Light Screen up against almost anything. The Thunder Wave para is or not Thunder Wave. Body Slam para is annoying, though, because we might be slower than something now. If he goes for a Ninja, we probably just die to a Dark Pulse, right? We'll see. Maybe he's not keeping track of screen turns, though. If he's not, that could be big for us. Now he knows that we're not Weakness Policy. He probably assumed that at the beginning that we were Weakness Policy. It's probably why he didn't U-turn out. Unless he just doesn't have U-turn or he's Scarf. We'll see. He goes Leavanny Raw. Interesting. This thing is Bug type, so it could hurt us pretty bad. But we still have Reflect Up. This is my concern, though. I've seen this guy run special sets on a physical attacker before. So it is possible that this is a special Leavanny, but that would be... If he is, I feel like. I think I just go for a Light Screen here and hope he doesn't kill me with whatever he goes for. Yeah, but 1 turn of Reflect left. Try and get the Light Screen off real quick. Could go for a Swords Dance. He goes for a Bug Buzz. So he has a special Leavanny. We actually live that. Yuxi, you monster. Let's go. And we're fully parried. Oh, that's really unfortunate. So we do not get our 8 turns of Light Screen off anymore because of full para. That actually really sucks. That's 8 turns of no Light Screen. That's kind of brutal. And so now do I go Memento or Reflect? The physical screen is probably more important. I'm just going to go for Reflect, but I think I just die. I think he just kills me here, and I don't think I get any screens up. Man, that really sucks. We lived it, too, in the full para. Like, 8 turns of Light Screen is such crazy value to not have here now. Especially because I don't have a ton of good answers to Primarina. Last week was a bit of rough RNG. I'm hoping for not too much this week. I mean, 1 full para is not crazy, but it's a little annoying. It's more than a little annoying, I'll be honest. I really need that Light Screen up, I think. I think it's really important. He just Bug Buzzes, which is smart. I don't know what he was debating there, if he was thinking about switching. He's Life Orb. He's going to take a little more chip, which is nice. Feel like I could go into Jesus again, but Mr. Aloha's probably a safer play, right? And if he Terras... Does this thing get Terra Ground? No, this thing does not get Terra Ground. The Leafeon gets Terra Ground. So I think this is a good swap here. I'm going to pressure it out. The Intimidate probably doesn't matter because I think this guy's just special, but he could be mixed. He could be running like a weird mix set with like Sword Stance too, so I don't know. These spikes are slightly annoying. Not the end of the world, but they're a little annoying. I'm just gonna knock off. If he goes into Primarina, that sucks. I probably should have U-turned. He's just gonna go into Primarina again, right? He did that last time. I should have U-turned for momentum. That would have been a much better play. I'm regretting this now. The Primarina is such an obvious switch. If I was gonna go for damage, I should have just went for Flare Blitz here, to be honest. Because now if he goes Primarina, I knock off, I do barely any damage. Yeah, he's going to do that now. Now I'm pressured. What do I switch into? I don't have a good switch. I'm going to have to make like a ballsy call again and just... Yeah, that was dumb. I really should have U-turned there. U-turn would have been much better. Thing is, again, I don't want to burn my red card. I don't want to burn my red card, but nobody can switch into this really other than Harkos. So tempted to just like click Sunny Day to make her water attacks worse. Probably has Weather Ball though. I think I just have to U-turn and hope she doesn't kill me. I don't really know what else to do. I don't want to get rid of my Swalot because if he sets up with something, I want to be able to have the Endure red card tech. Psych. Oh, okay, still kills. I was confused for a second. I was like, Psychic Noise, that does no damage to us, but Primarina gets an ability where like her sound-based moves become water type. So she kills. That's unfortunate. And now I think we have to go Harkos here, right? I don't kill with Jesus. The only thing I would kill with is Phantom Force. And if I click Phantom Force, he's just going to go into Snorlax, right? So I have to go into Harkos to answer this. That's unfortunate. I should have brought a better answer to this Primarina. This is the only one I have. I'm going to waste my red card. I don't think he stays in. I'm going to T-Wave. There's no way he stays in here, right? I don't think there's any way he stays in here. Thunder Wave is a free pair on anybody. Into a poison type, there's no way. Primarina is way too good into my team for him to just sack this thing. The Primarina, he stayed in. Are you kidding me? Dude, Primarina is so good into my team. I can't believe he just stayed in. Well, now I feel really silly for making that read. And now he gets to swap out for free because he's going to get the red card. That sucks. I guess I should have just gunk shotted. Man. Can't believe he just stayed in there. I guess he didn't want me to set up. That sucks. I guess that's a bad read by me. I should have just gunk shotted. Gunk shot's decent damage into a lot of his team. I should have just clicked that. Why didn't I just click that? These last couple turns have been really bad for me. Not U-turning and then not gunk shotting was really silly. Those are two huge misplays, I think. Now I'm really on the back foot. He's going to go Terra Ground, which means he's going to be faster. He probably just Terra Blast, and I think I die here. So Swallow end up being pretty useless. We got the pair on Prim, which might matter, but I'm pretty sure this Terra Blast kills. Yeah. Oh boy. Gunk Shot was obviously the play. That was a huge mistake on my part. Huge mistake on my part. And I put enough speed investment into Harkos to outspeed the Prim too on what I thought was likely the set. I could have literally just killed with a Gunk Shot, assuming I land at 80% of hit, which is not guaranteed. If you saw my last week's video, I might have missed the gunk shot, to be fair. Shit. I don't know, man. I don't have a good answer to this. I have to go... I mean, I can't go Chisei. I don't have Sun, so it's like, do I go Jesus or Machin here? Jesus is a better play into this, but I need Jesus for later, I think. Because my only win con is either he sets up the Sun and somehow, like, screws up, or he lets me set up with Dragapult. But even then, that's going to be incredibly hard. I think I just go Machin here and just see what happens. I think we should live a Terra Blast unboosted. If he goes for a Sword Stance, and we'll die to the next hit, but I can't imagine that we just die to one hit. I'm just thinking if I want the Earthquake chip, or if I just Rapid Spin to be faster and everything. Yeah, I'm just Earthquaking. He's faster than me. That's right, I don't have a lot of speed investment. It's a lot of damage. Why is that so much damage? Holy cow. Is this thing special too? I think this is. I don't know why that did so much damage. So do I let this thing go down or do I go into Dragapult and kill it on the next turn? If I go into Dragapult, then what? I click Dragon Darts and he switches in Primarina. That's why I can't believe that he didn't save the Primarina. He risked losing it. Primarina is literally the only thing that takes the Dragon Darts. I can't believe he didn't do that earlier. That's crazy, man. I'm just going to predict a switch. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He kills me. Whatever. The Rapid Spin play is the play there because if I don't switch into Dragapult, the only way I live this turn is if he swaps, right? Or goes for Swords Dance or something, which means Rapid Spin makes me faster than it. So that's the play, but now it doesn't matter. Now I have to go Dragapult, and I have to pray for a miracle, basically. I don't think there's any way I can win this, though, with Primarina still alive. Should have gone shouted. There's a part of me that wants to go for a substitute here. If he predicts the swap in a Primarina, like if he swaps in a Primarina on a Dragon Darts, I have to make a weird call. I have to make a really like weird call at some point because there's no way I can get back into this game otherwise. It's literally 6v2 right now. I'm gonna Dragon Darts and see what happens. Hopefully just pick up a kill. If he switches into Primarina, then that sucks. All right, we get a kill. I think we get a kill, right? Yeah, we get a kill on Leafeon. This thing has a ton of physical defense, so it took like nothing from that, but we get a kill. So at least we're on the board, which ironically, guys, this feels bad because we're down 2-5, but that kill, I think, means we just clinched playoffs. So it might not feel good because we're getting crushed right now, but we did just clinch playoffs with that kill. So Jesus LBL, nice job, buddy. That might not feel like much, but that kill on Leafeon just clinched us a playoff spot. So hey, we're good. We're chilling now. But now he goes Prim, right? No, he goes Torkoal. Actually, Prim probably would have been a worse play for him now that I think about it, because if he gets fully parried, that's the only way we could come back, I think. So here, I go for a substitute, and I pray he doesn't break it. If he goes for a fire attack, it shouldn't do a crazy amount of damage. And if he swaps into something else, this substitute could be the only way back into this game. I feel like substituting is better if he doesn't break it, because it gives me a free turn on who he switches in, which is basically the thing I need if he's swapping in between Snorlax and Primarina. He stays in, though. So I think I don't know. Lava Plume, that probably breaks us. I'm guessing that just barely breaks our sub. I don't know for sure. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, now that play looked really dumb. But I stand by the fact that I think that's the only way that we can come back in if like he throws really hard. That was a crit. Another really huge physical defense, man. Dude, we are full Adamant Nature. That's crazy. Lava Plume did what, 120? And that was a crit? I Dragon Darts again. Dude, that did 120 on a crit, which means I think it was a roll to break our sub, because 80 would have been enough to break the sub, and the crit did 120, so it's 1.5 times. I think it was a roll to break our sub, and I think he got it, and then he got the crit next, which honestly, that crit might be the difference on us getting this kill or not. I don't think we would get the kill on the next turn, but we might live one more depending on how that roll is. He takes us out, though, and here's the thing. We're not going to win this game, but Bulbasaur is coming in with a low health Torkoal, and I think we might be able to clean a kill here. We've already clinched playoffs. Hopefully, the cherry on top could be a kill for Bulbasaur. We're getting schmacked in the battle, but maybe Chisei can put in some work. It's your time to shine, buddy. You've been waiting all season for this. Here we go. All right, so we've got the chlorophyll, and now I need to calc. So the problem right now is I don't know this Torkoal set. And Terra Fire Weather Ball should kill in almost any circumstance. If I don't Terra, I might not kill. I would prefer not to Terra so that he doesn't know which one I am when he switches somebody in. Could just Sleep Powder to go for setup turns, but I'm gonna lose Sun turns, right? And I might need to Sleep Powder something else. I think I just have to Terra and Weather Ball. As much as I want to just raw Weather Ball, I don't know if we kill because he resists it. I think we have to Terra. But if he stays in, he stays in. I think this is a kill on the board. I think this is Bulbasaur's first kill of the season, which is hilarious to me. Because like Incineroar, who's been like awesome for us all season, I don't think has a kill yet. I'm pretty sure this is a kill for Bulbasaur. Unless he clicks like Endure with Custap Berry. Yeah, no, okay. Weather Ball's gonna come out. Chisei, come through, buddy. Bulbasaur. Let's go. Okay. So I get a kill on the board, which is awesome. I don't know how many more we're going to get. His Leavanny is dead. Or not Leavanny. Leafeon's dead. He has no more Terra. I don't know, man. I don't think Leavanny can kill us. Maybe it can, actually. No, it probably can't. because he can't Terra. I think we're gonna run out of Sun turns. Honestly, if we don't run out of Sun turns, I think we could like legitimately put in work here with Bulbasaur. I think I have to Sleep Powder here because this guy's gonna have Thick Fat. Thick Fat reduces how much damage you do with fire attacks. Sleep Powder lands. So unlike the fools who were missing all last week, Bulbasaur coming in through. He says, I got this. We hit these. 75% accurate Sleep Powder land. So he goes put to sleep. We hope for another sleep turn. And now we click growth to get set up. We're going to be +2. And we just have to hope this Snorlax stays asleep. We're going to run out of Sun turns, but there's not much else I can do here. He sleeps again. So we just have to hope we kill with Solar Beam here. It's going to do more damage than Weather Ball because this guy should be Thick Fat. I don't know why else he'd bring Snorlax in. Solar Beam is going to pop off. Can we get a second kill here? That'd be amazing. Not even close. Dude, Snorlax is so bulky. Jesus. We get the 3-turn sleep. Bulbasaur, you clutch mother effer. Holy shit. Jisei kind of pop it off here. We only have 1 turn of sunlight left, so now we click Solar Beam. Unless this guy has Protect, this should be another kill. I'm pretty sure this kills. It did about that much, a little more than that last time, I think. And I like that it's with Solar Beam. I feel like that's very much like a Venusaur move. So Bulbasaur popping off with it. We get a second kill on the board with the Solar Beam. That is awesome. We're not going to win this because we're going to run out of Sun. And Torkoal is dead. We don't have a way to set our own Sun, which means we're screwed here. Honestly, if we had 5 more turns of Sun, I think I don't think we win this game, like straight up. We would one-shot literally everything if we had a few more turns of Sun. That's actually hilarious. If we had a way to set Sun right here, we would win this game. But we can't. So this guy's probably just going to one-shot us here. I think Sleep Powder's probably the play. Because if we put it to sleep, yeah, Surf's going to kill, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's any way we live this Surf. No, we're going to drop. Jisei, it was a valiant effort. Bulbasaur, honestly coming through. Honestly, I don't even feel bad about this game. I think we lost 6-3, but Bulbasaur put in work, got 2 kills. Again, if we played around a couple turns better, if I had gunk shotted and then we maybe didn't get that full para to get the light screen off, I honestly think we could have won this game. Could have won this game potentially. Yeah, I don't know. It was a tough game. It was interesting. We got a couple kills with Bulbasaur, which is really, really cool. Shout out to my guy, Razor. He's an awesome player. He brought some really heat stuff this week as well. He brought the special attacking Leavanny. And I'm not sure about the Leafeon. I think it might have been as well. All right, guys. So good and bad from this week. Obviously, bad that we lost. Unfortunate. This is actually the first time in Draft League history that I've lost 2 battles in a row. I just realized that. I've never actually lost back-to-back games before, so that's not great, but on the plus side, we did clinch the playoffs this week, which is really, really cool. And again, I kind of said at the beginning of the video, I just, as soon as I found out that I can't get the 1 seed, because to me, like, that's like a milestone to be able to get the 1 seed, as soon as I found out that, and basically I was guaranteed a playoff spot, I knew I was going to bring Bulbasaur this week. I wanted to bring him at least once throughout the season. That was just really, really important to me. I'm glad we brought him. Glad he got 2 kills. So that's the positive. The positive, we clinched playoffs. The positive is we got 2 kills with Bulbasaur. Chisei, hope you're watching, man. I'm sorry we couldn't get the win, couldn't get the dub, but we did get a couple of Ks in there, which are pretty cool. So we have 1 week left in the regular season, and our battle is up against DJS, who is currently sitting at a 6-2 record. Has a very legitimate shot at one of the top like 3 seeds, depending on how our battle goes and some of the other battles go. He's a really great player with a really great team. I expect it to be an awesome matchup. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna bring Bulbasaur again. I really want to get use out of this guy, and I'll be honest, when it hits playoff time, I'm gonna be in full try-hard mode. I really want to win the whole thing, and I know our record is 4-4 right now. It's either gonna be 5-4 or 4-5 after next week, but regardless, like, I think we have a good enough team that we can put in some work, especially when I'm literally just like trying my hardest to win. So I think we have as good a shot as anybody. I'm not dodging any matchups. Like, I'm not afraid of any one team. I would rather, to be honest, run something fun like Bulbasaur, especially if there's a good chance, and I think there actually is a decent chance, that we could play DJS in back-to-back weeks. So if we play him next week and we play him the following week, I don't really want to bust out all of the best stuff that I have for his team. I would rather save some of that stuff, to be honest. And ultimately, I don't care too much about my seed. As long as I'm in the playoffs, like, and any team out of the top 8 has to win 3 battles in a row to win the whole thing, right? So in the PUDL, I won my first 3 playoff battles, unfortunately lost in the finals, but I know I can go on a run like that in the playoffs, even with a lower seed. Last time, I think I was like the 9th seed or something like that and made a run, and I know I can do it when I'm actually, you know, trying really hard. And I will be in full try-hard mode in the playoffs, but this next week, I think I'm just going to have some more fun with it, honestly. I'm going to try my hardest to win. I hope you guys don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm going to try my hardest to win, but I'm going to do it my way. I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring Chisei again, the Bulbasaur. I want to try and see if I can get another kill and hopefully get him a dub, because I don't know if I can bring him to the playoffs. Even though he looked really good in this matchup, I did a lot of things to try and hopefully like get him set up in that situation. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But looking at the stats this week, just like we've got 1 more week left, but just like I just realized I didn't change the graphic of Greatestness and Iron Thorns and Dragapult. We're supposed to swap those 2, but that's okay, whatever. Anyway, in terms of like KDA and stuff like that, win-loss, I gotta be honest, I don't know, like, I just feel like I'm just not playing well with Dragapult this season. Like, the fact that Dragapult has a 2-4 record is so crazy to me. It's got, like, the worst record on my team, and it's the best Pokemon on my team. I think that's a mix of 2 things, to be fair. One, I think it's me maybe not utilizing him the best I could in a couple of matchups, but 2, every Pokemon that looks at my team, the #1 Pokemon they're going to prep for is Dragapult. Like, every single team is going to look at this roster, other than maybe the Terra Iron Thorns. Everybody now realizes that thing is a monster, but aside from that, the Dragapult is what everybody preps for, right? So I think everybody comes in with an answer to that, which sometimes can allow other Pokemon to shine, which is why, you know, I had that week with Swallet, who had 3, kind of 4 kills, didn't get credit for a 4th. You know, Bulbasaur got a couple. I don't know. It's an interesting season. I really love this team, and I'm really looking forward to playoffs, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to this last matchup, too, to just kind of have fun with it, but I don't think I'm going to put nearly as much prep time into it. I think I'm really just going to try and have fun. I don't want to burn myself out coming into the playoffs, especially because I'm drafting and going through the early part of the season of the PUDL Season 4, which I will eventually make videos for at some point. So, yeah, I'm not going to try and burn myself out. I want to come into the playoffs really fresh. Hopefully, we can still pick up a win in the last week. That would be great momentum going into the playoffs, but I'm going to bring Bulbasaur. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for dealing with my rant, and we'll catch you in Week 9. Have a great day.